Now we need like theme music so that we have something to do while Brad is.
Are we on?
We're on. I'll do the theme music. Game Sammich.
I like that. I like that. Hey everybody, this is Game Sammich or Sammich, as I have to mispronounce it. We have Torn Hat Lex, and we have Bacon Earn, and Brad, who is some guy. And today we're going to be talking about all sorts of uninteresting and boring topics. No, we're going to be talking about awesome things like what are we talking about? Ooh, Path of Exiles. We'll be talking about EA's origin, just really briefly, I'm thinking, and some HR issues with EA too, and more EA down below. Dead Space 3, Elder Scrolls Online. So we have a pretty good lineup. Firefall, which looks pretty good. And I'm thinking we'll just start off with the first person on my list, which is Brad. What do we have going on in news, Brad?
Okay, well, we got some house cleaning. What's it called when it's like we're our own shit? Housekeeping. Yeah, we got some of that shit to deal with.
Shit.
Like the fact that our website is looking awesome.
Yeah, it looks
it's
pretty
smexy.
Schmexy.
Especially because of the insanely epic logo
Thank
you.
that Bart made that I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name, but Bart, you're awesome.
Just call him Ski. That's what we call him.
Ski?
Yeah, Bart is pretty awesome.
Excellent.
I'm like looking at the name trying to pronounce it. I'm like, Rockaweejits.
I don't want to even try. It's scary.
Poor man.
But yeah, the logo is awesome. The website's coming along very nice. GameSandwich.com if you're watching from YouTube or something. And we have even like t-shirts now, which is pretty crazy, almost like we know what we're doing.
That logo looks really good on the black or the green. I recommend getting two. Both colors.
Get a couple, pass them around.
Yeah, order two. One for the wife and the kids and.
But yeah,
what else we got? Oh, the G Plus community for Game Sandwich is up past 50 now. I think we're actually at like 60 something.
Word.
64.
Now 64.
So make it 100.
We had a very short-lived contest earlier today.
So I can stop making sock puppets.
But sock puppets?
I can stop making sock puppets to join the community.
Yeah,
fake accounts.
Because we have enough now that it'll seem like some's there. So
right, I made 42 Hotmail addresses. So
excellent. So yeah, and we're giving away a copy. What did I say I was giving away? Oh, the ship. To one of the first 50. Yeah, the ship.
What are you giving away?
The ship.
What?
It's a multiplayer game where you like kill people on a ship, and it's pretty fun actually.
I thought he said shit, and I was like, don't give that away. That's terrible.
Did Jason claim his prize yet?
No, not yet. So Jason Dodge, if you are watching, we need your email address or your Steam ID or something.
Or your firstborn.
Give you.
Or your home address.
The key.
Your credit card number.
That too. Anything.
Social Security.
Cell phone number. Kevin.
I'll send it via smoke signals if I have to, but I gotta get you that game.
We'll sign you up for all the betas.
all the betas.
All the
betas.
What other house cleaning stuff we got? I think that's it.
Okay.
So, we got to talk about Origin for Mac for like 2 seconds because I know that no one on Earth gives a shit because they shouldn't. Because Origin for PC is already shit. So Origin for Mac with a lot less games.
Where am I?
Why? Just why? Why, EA?
The only reason why I have an Origin account is because I had to make an Origin account in order to play a game that EA distributed. So it was like I wouldn't even be there if I didn't have to be there. So yeah, I don't know why the Mac people need to now suffer like the rest of us.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
Sorry, Mac.
Suffering many years later, though.
Just get Steam.
Coming soon, Origin for Linux, I'm sure. Just
God, can you imagine?
With no games on it. And like
it doesn't have any games. It's just a whole account sign-up process. That's it.
Yeah.
A repetitive account sign-up process, just an infinite loop.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Sending you emails.
So technically now Origin is on Mac if you feel like using it. I guess I wouldn't suggest it.
What did you say about it? Not a single fuck was given.
Exactly. Exactly. Nor should it be.
Nope.
And we got THQ is dead. So there's not going to be a THQ anymore. They're selling off the like intellectual property stuff. So I mean, all the games and whatever, I'm sure will move on to other publishing companies and keep going. Like the Stick of Truth, the new South Park game that's coming out in a couple months and stuff, will still come out. It's fine.
I think Saints Row got bought up by somebody else. I was looking at the different companies, and EA did not buy any of them. Thank God. So they are all safe from the wrath of Origin.
Wrath.
No, man. What else you got, Brad?
What else I got? I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Let's move on, I guess, maybe to the next one, which is Earn.
Yeah.
What's going on, Earn?
Okay, so Path of Exiles open beta started this week. I got as far as installing it and didn't play it. So I take that back. I did log in just like maybe a half hour ago just to kind of mess around in it. It looks like it might have some potential, but it's not very intuitive. Maybe I'm just a tard, but I just
you survived planet size, so this can't be so terrible.
Yeah. So it looks like it has some potential, and I'm going to try to get a little bit more into it over this next week or so. But it's a top-down style with like Skyrim-ish looking people and rags and stuff like that. So.
Paper type people, right?
Yeah.
Hobos.
Yeah, it's a bunch of hobos.
There are zombies though, so it's like I said, it's got some potential.
And you can be a witch apparently as well.
Yes,
so.
I was a witch, and
in the game,
I punched a zombie.
Oh, look what he did there! Can we mute him?
You see what I did?
Yeah, we should mute him.
Fired.
So, in other news, we started a Steam group. Go. It's up. Game Sammich Podcast. You have to add podcast because some other douche already has Game Sammich something or other on there. So, podcast. Go. We also have Final Fantasy XI. They are releasing an X-Pack. And this game is forever old. And I think it's hilarious that they're still pumping out content, but good for them. And I'm probably going to resub. So, yeah, that's that. They have some info up. I think it's supposed to come out in March, I think. So
when everything else is coming out.
Final Fantasy.
When everything else is coming out, yeah.
So it'd be like 25 games coming out in March.
It'd be like something to play. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are waiting for the 14 re-release, and it's something to do if you're, up Square Enix's ass or something.
March is a good time to release 25 games. You can spend your entire tax refund just on games.
And then the last bit of info I have for my Rift friends, I'm sure everybody has already heard about this, but the executive producer, Scott Hartzman, resigned, I want to say it was like last week. He's just going bye-bye. Didn't really say what he was going to do. Yeah, he just was like, okay, bye. And
I'm gonna leave now. Okay, bye.
Yeah, pretty much. And the one of the lead devs is going to kind of take his place. He's going to take over. I'm not scared that anything is going to go wrong with Rift. Maybe that's just me being a fanboy, but I think Daglar's one that's taking over, and I think he'll be a good fit for his replacement. But we'll put a link into there's a little brief story about it on Massively, so we'll put that in the fix-ins, and you guys can read that if you want to. And I think that's all I've got for news.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, so EA, who we all love, right, had apparently pushed this HR woman to the front of their PR train and say, yeah, go tell people that there's no sexism in gaming. Great, thanks. So she said that, and I'm going to post a link in the fix-ins that is like the best breakdown of like why she's ridiculous. And her article reads a lot like, you have to say this for your job kind of thing. But she was basically making some kind of crazy claims like, oh, the reason why there's not so many women creators is because, there's not really sexism. There's not really like a climate of problems. It's just, more women just need to join. So it's like, yeah, just wade in and take that abuse. That'd be awesome. So the rest of us are unconvinced. So that'll be in the fix-ins. Also, a lot of people have been talking about Ni no Kuni. It's the Studio Ghibli part movie, part video game. So it's an RPG that plays like an RPG but looks like a Miyazaki movie. So if you're a fan of that style, then Studio Ghibli and Level 5 are delivering that for you. So some people have said, oh, they weren't too excited about playing a video game, and I was like, okay, so what about Uncharted? What about like all the other kind of games that play like that? Like, you could argue that about BioWare games, that it's the trend to play a movie and not so much like the open world kind of thing. So that should be interesting. And then I was like suddenly reminded that I had totally forgotten to play Journey a year ago, and so I'm going to play that, and I'll probably be talking about that a lot because I ordered that. So that will be, my big derp because I totally forgot to play that game. And then also, friends in Geekery podcast Geek Life gave us a shout out in their episode last week. So we are going to say hi right back to the people at the Geek Life. So thanks.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
actually hadn't heard of that podcast before, but I've been listening to some of their back episodes, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, so like I'm friends with Melissa, and then also kind of know some of the other folks just from my local nerd herd. So so thanks to them for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
That's about all I've got, but we'll put a link on the website for the Geek Life.
You should definitely play Journey because it is good and it is short.
I don't know why I totally.
It's good, but it's a totally different kind of game. It's just very, I don't know, it's a majestic experience. It really is.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally majestic. That's the only way I can describe it. Once you play it, you'd agree.
The game is totally, for me, one of those things that's just a lot of visual storytelling, a lot of, big scenes and a lot of big ideas, and you just have to, it's like it is what you make it. Like that's, those are
it's
for
definitely
me.
Pretty powerful.
Those are written for me.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying to me that it's only on PS3 because I don't have a PS3, and it's like exactly the type of game that I love to play.
Somebody give Brad a PS3 so that he can stop whining.
If you have one just kicking around.
And you can play Okami. Oh, I think I did forget one more thing about Akanero. So their Kickstarter is still going on, Akanero Demon Hunters, and I think they're just over halfway to their goal, but they only have a few days left, like a handful of days left. So if people are interested in Akanero Demon Hunters and want to see more content and multiplayer and yada, 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 and like a gazillion rewards, tons and tons, and a bunch of Alice stuff, and just go to Kickstarter, Akanero Demon Hunters, look it up.
Awesome. All right. I guess that leads on to me. I wanted to talk about zombie games and how disappointed I've been recently. We had Ern and our group went on the War Z and played for like a 48-hour free demo, and the game is horrible. I mean, it really is. The animations suck. It's just a giant ripoff of an already shitty game, which is DayZ, and that's based off of the Arma 2 engine, and it's a mod for that. The good news is that DayZ is being built as a standalone game. So they've been working on it, and they finally got into a stage where they're actually doing some closed testing. So it's not a beta yet, but I'm hoping that the beta will come soon. And the graphics are looking really nice. They've upgraded all the engine specs, and it's just looking like it's actually going to be a good zombie survival game that might not be the War Z, which everybody's asking for refunds on, and just pissed at the developers for basically ripping them off, I believe.
Yeah, I got a big old long TLDR email from them.
Yep, about we're sorry.
There's some serious drama.
Yeah, there was some serious Steam drama, some serious
That was the
general.
descriptions
Oh
for
man.
their Steam
It was a
thing, like what
terrain
features
wrap.
that didn't exist.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was a bait. It was a bait and
Yeah.
switch, and they suckered in all the Walking Dead fans and all the zombie fans, and just made them basically. I think they probably just made them pay for their future funding, and that's pretty sleazy. On top of going with the sleazy, Dead Space 3, which I was kind of excited about. I've played 1 and 2. Has microtransactions in the fucking game. So you have a single player game, but EA decides to just fuck it all up and let you buy your way to the end of the fucking game. Okay, I'm
Speaking of
done.
sleazy.
I'm done with the microtransactions. It's not an RPG. It's not a free-to-play MMO. I'm going to pay $60 for a game that then I have microtransactions in the game. Anyway, I'm done with that. I'm done with EA.
EA is
do you
troublesome.
need the microtransactions to play, or is it just one of those like now you're prettier, now you're faster, now you're okay?
And I'm thinking it's going to be. They say that it's for the instant gratification. So hopefully you can achieve those some other way, but they still are just trying to make money. I don't understand why they need to. It feels like spam to me in an otherwise. Just like the DLCs that come out as the game comes out, they don't build them in, but they already exist. So that also drives me crazy. It looks like a good game otherwise. Unfortunately, I'm not even gonna buy it. Forget it. I'm done. No more EA. Elder Scrolls Online looks really good. I watched some of the videos.
It does.
And I'm excited about that because I don't like first-person Skyrim RPGs. I just don't. I don't like first-person RPGs. They have to be third-person, or else I'm just not interested. It always seems like I feel like I should be playing it like an FPS, and they never have the FPS mechanics. So they don't play like an FPS. I want them to play like one, and I get very disappointed and frustrated. So this will be good because this will take the cool Skyrim environment, Oblivion environment we all know, and make it third person and an MMO. So sign up.
I signed up.
I signed up
too.
Yeah. So definitely sign up. They're open enrollment. They give you be prepared with your DX diag printout, and because they want to know all your system specs. But yeah, no, that's all I have. I went from rage to at least I ended on a high note. So
he's gone through like the whole cycle of denial. Like the grieving cycle. So he starts with the anger. And the denial and the bargaining, and now he's like reached the acceptance part.
I have no. Please do not diagnose me over.
See, I just have a lingering depression now because I'm not in the SimCity beta yet.
Oh, Brad, I'm sorry.
I know, right?
I don't get any either. It's okay.
I didn't get any SimCity love either.
I saw it. That's about the extent of it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos now. It looks pretty neat. But yeah, I guess so far the beta has been pretty lame and broken anyway. So I'm not
really
too worried about it.
What you can do.
But it definitely looks like it has potential.
Oh, definitely.
And you've been addicted to Mark of the Ninja, dude. Why don't you
Yes,
tell
I have
us
been
about
totally
that?
addicted to Mark of the Ninja, and
his achievement bar is like stretched and then wrapped.
What is Mark of the Ninja?
Mark of the Ninja it's a 2D sort of side, view stealth action game. So it's sort of like if you flattened a Splinter Cell game, but you're a ninja. That's basically what Mark of the Ninja is.
So like that, but totally different.
Exactly. It's exactly the same except for nothing. But it's really good because stealth games tend to be tricky because you need a lot of peripheral information about like how far people can hear you from, and like just a lot of information to be able to be stealthy accurately and not have it just be frustrating because you like turn a corner and suddenly there's a dude there that you had no idea was there, even though you would have like heard footsteps or whatever if you were actually there. And Mark of the Ninja does a really good job of taking all of that peripheral information and making it visual, so you can very quickly see exactly what's going on. So you're just sort of freed up to like have fun and kill lots of dudes
instead of make stupid mistakes and die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You still die a lot. It's not like it makes it easy. It frees you up to actually deal with the strategy of it and deal with the actual game instead of just being frustrated that you wish you had known that like half a second earlier, or if you knew that guy was there, I would have done something so differently. Like it takes a lot of the frustration out. So when you die, you understand why you die, and you're cool with it, and you can kind of move on.
You can learn and reincarnate with that karmic load.
And it's really, really fun.
Nice.
And it's cheap. It's like $15. So, and I've already spent like, I don't know, 9 hours, 10 hours playing it. So it's a pretty good deal.
Nice. And
lots of achievements, and I'm an achievement whore. So.
How's your guitar thing going?
Good. I'm not too far into Rocksmith still, but it definitely seems like a very interesting way to learn. I've liked all the little mini games and stuff. Keeps your attention instead of just randomly doing scales for hours on end.
Oh yeah.
Do like for 6 hours. You get really bored. You're like killing zombies and stuff, but you're like doing it by trying to find notes.
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
So it's not just practicing, right? Like with
there's
screen in front of you.
There's lots of mini games, and like even the practicing, you're practicing with real songs, and you're only like playing certain notes and stuff, sort of Guitar Hero style. And the better you get at it, the more notes it throws at you and stuff. So you're practicing, but it's a little bit more flexible, and it's not as repetitive because you're just actually playing through real music instead of trying to practice, the same 2 or 3 notes over and over again for no reason. So it's good times. And I'm playing a lot of Super Hexagon on my phone now that it's on Android, and it's 99 cents, so everyone should own Super Hexagon now because it's on everything.
Nice.
I haven't delved into that yet.
It's
I got
aggravating
hypnotized by the video.
But it's awesome. It's one of those games that is insanely difficult, but you make just enough progress. They're like, okay, I can shave like half a second off this. Like I can do better next time, and you just keep going. And the games are so short, like literally dying after like 15 or 20 seconds is a good game.
Normal.
Wow.
So you can just get in, play for 30 seconds, get out, and you felt like you made progress, and you're like getting somewhere. So it's really good for a little burst of gaming.
Something to do while you're on hold.
Exactly.
There you go.
Waiting in line. That's the only time I manage to pull up the games on my phone is when I'm waiting in line places.
Bathroom, bathroom potty time.
Yep. And it loads really quick too. There's like almost no load times, like in and out. Bam, it's really trimmed down. You just literally like tap the thing to open it, tap your screen one more time, and you're playing. And it's
nice.
It's pretty good.
Right on.
What else have I been playing?
I've
been playing The Cave.
Cave.
Now that The Cave is finally out, the new Double Fine adventure thing from the dude that made the Monkey Island games, the original.
Nice.
And it's pretty fun. I'm not too far into it yet. It's a pretty big game. There's like just a whole bunch of different characters. You basically pick 3 different characters from like ridiculous stereotypes, like hillbilly, scientist, the like evil twin children that are clearly wanting to murder everything.
Nice.
A person
Like
from
The
the future,
Shining.
like a time traveler from the future, like just all kinds of ridiculous, sort of super stereotypical, typical types of characters. And then you just run around a cave, and you're like trying to navigate your way through and solve the mystery of why these people are in the cave and stuff. It's pretty fun, and it's got lots of jokes. Like Double Fine is known for sort of the humorous games. So there's lots of fun one-liners and little hidden like references to other games and stuff.
Is it in the style of Monkey Island?
No. It's
Okay.
it's one of those like, what do you call it, 2.5D, where they're technically 3D, but you're only moving like side to side. It's not like it's a 3D game.
Okay.
It's just like sort of
the cave talks to you.
Yeah, the cave narrates.
Talks to you.
It narrates?
It narrates. It's a sentient cave, and it's funny.
Oh man.
Nice.
There you go. There's your
It's
answer.
hilarious. It's like it's
what
all
does a cave
sarcastic
sound
and
like? Is it
bitter.
echoey? Is it an echoey cave? Is it
creepy?
Yeah.
It's
Or
a
is
little
it
bit creepy.
kind of a
It's sort of humorously ominous. Like clearly, it's not telling you everything, and it's like trying to make sarcastic jokes and stuff. But I'm not far enough in to really know what's going on with the cave yet, so I don't know like kind of where they're going with that. But it's definitely funny. So good times.
Cool.
And anything to support Double Fine, because Double Fine is like my favorite game studio right now. So they're like basically everything open. They got cameras everywhere, like with their Kickstarter stuff. They're just doing documentary stuff, like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's really quite interesting to sort of see the back end of game development like that.
So can you go to their site
open.
and watch their cams or?
There's probably a link on there somewhere. I don't know if the cams are on there.
Go over there.
Yeah.
He wants to
Can I get
them.
Can I get their home phone numbers and?
I don't know.
Something new
if
for you
you
to
follow
do on the
any of their
potty.
Kickstarter stuff, then there's links to like video streams and things like that.
Where do they live?
I don't know.
Earn.
Fucking pro creeper.
A bunch of them
there.
follow me on Twitter. I could probably find out. Do some stalking.
You do e-stalking.
I want to hear about the sleepy dogs.
Yeah, Ern, tell us about
Why are you
Sleepy
pissed
dogs.
about sleepy dogs?
So I started playing Sleepy Dogs. It was on sale, so I picked it up, and I finally delved into it this last week, and I am horrible at it, and I don't know why. It pissed me off. I played for like an hour and a half, maybe, give or take, and it pissed me off. I got to a spot and I kept dying. I kept dying over and over and over. And I don't know if anybody's played it, but you kind of start that scene over. And I did it about 9 times, and then I just fucking closed it. It was like I gotta.
Was that? I mean, so that's Sleeping Dogs, the like kung fu action mob game, or what?
It's it's from Square Enix, and it's like all that stuff's on sale right now. I forgot to mention earlier that Square Enix is having their weekend sale. There's like all kinds of crap on sale right now. So if you're a fan, go. But anyhow, you just it's kind of, I guess, mob or gang related. I don't really know how to explain it.
It's sort of like
Isn't it triad Chinese?
Early 90s kung fu
Yakuza.
like cop
That's Japanese.
movie.
Get your shit together.
Like those
I'm
old
sorry.
like Chow Yun Fat like undercover triad movies from the late 80s.
Like hard-boiled
like
video
that.
game?
Exactly. It's basically
Okay.
hard-boiled the game.
That sounds really good.
It really is good, even though Ern is
Sucks
frustrated
at
with it.
I
It's
agree
good
with
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
There's
no.
definitely a learning curve. Like it's really different because it's focused more on like the martial arts and stuff. There's not a lot of shooting.
And it didn't appeal to me at first. And like between you guys and some of my gaming BFFs, it was the only reason that I tried it. And I'm not giving up on it by any stretch of the imagination. I just it pissed me off, so I logged off, and I haven't logged back in since. So there's that. And then I also still have been playing around in Dragon's Nest. It is a what did you call it, Kevin? A pedophile's dream? Or
It
something?
is. I think. I think Dragon's
Okay.
Nest is like is an FBI plot to find pedophiles.
They're gonna come
And-
drag Aaron away.
I'm sorry. I
You
don't
spend
want
too
to.
much time in here. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I feel horrible for
But
running
it's
around
such a
like a
fun
little
game.
girl.
I can't stop playing
It
it.
is a really fun hack and slash game. I'm just
It
like
is.
the
There's,
weird
like-
sexiness is like kind of unsettling, but
It
yeah.
is,
It's
but
a
I keep
fun hack
playing
and
it.
slash.
It's fairly stress free, and that's kind of why I play it, because everything else
Can recover from sleeping dogs.
Right.
exactly
From the
exactly.
frustration.
Yep. And the other thing that I delved into this week, my BFFs hooked me up with some Borderlands 2, and I finally got to play that. It is awesome. I didn't know that I would like it. I've never been a fan of shooters, but as you guys know, within the last month or so, I've kind of gotten into those more so than before. Playing Outside kind of broke me into that. But Borderlands is awesome. It's hilarious. I mean, every single character you come across in that game is going to make you laugh, and the artwork is definitely different. It's pretty cool. I mean, I played a little bit this morning, and I'm really getting into that. Just got to find more time to get into it better. And I hit Kevin in the face with the dildo bat in Saints Row 3 the other day. That was the highlight of my week.
I still have to finish that. I don't think I've finished.
You should come. Now, how many people can be in a co-op in Saints Row?
Just two.
Just
Yeah,
two.
you
Okay.
can only have two. Yeah, and then
Borderlands 2, we could do 4 though.
That's true.
yes, you can. So yeah, if you guys don't have that or have the means to get it, we should get it because we could all play that.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 is good times. I haven't played that too much either, but I got to get into that.
And then
That's a good excuse to play.
the last thing that I was working on this week was Lord of the Rings: War in the North. Kevin pointed that out to me earlier this week. It was on sale on Green Man Gaming, so we picked it up just to give it a try.
I think
Did
it's
you
still
get a
on sale
chance to
for
try
like
it yet?
$4. I had
For
tried it.
$4, yeah.
I had tried it back a little ways when it was on sale for $4 before, and it's kind of, you get to pick between three characters, and it's up to three people co-op. It's a fun co-op experience. It would get a little repetitive, I think, if you just tried to play it through solo. It's just, waves of enemies, and you kill those, and you have more waves of enemies, and you level up, and you keep going that way. So it's repetitive in that nature, but I think it's one of those games that, like Dragon's Nest, is pretty stress-free, and since it's not an MMO, it runs really well on older hardware, and it's very pretty visually. It's actually quite nice. And if you just want a small group of friends on it, then for $4, pick it up at Green Man Gaming. I think they still have it on sale.
Yeah, and then it loads through Steam, obviously, but yeah, it's on sale right now for like $4 or $5. And that's it.
Yeah, you went through your list.
I was gonna say something else about it, but I don't remember now. So go ahead. Go ahead, Lex.
So the only other beta thingy that I've been aware of is Firefall. So Firefall is a sci-fi multiplayer PvP style of game. So there's some creators from WoW and creators from Tribes who have worked on Firefall for a while, and they have some beta weekends. So they regularly schedule beta weekends, and so if you go to firefallthegame.com/beta weekends, you can find out about that, and I'll put that in the fixins as well. And then yeah, I think that was it. I mentioned the Kickstarter for Akanero Demon Hunters earlier. So especially anyone who really liked Alice or liked Alice Madness Returns, like the art that they are giving away as part of the tiers for this is amazing. So if you're a big Alice person, then this would be the Kickstarter to kick, because you can just get these fantastic rewards. I keep getting like a million updates from them, so they're talking about, so it's like American McGee writes them himself, and it's like if you go to the free open beta and just do their web version, like he'll get in the chat and talk to you, so it's like you feel like you know them, and he'll post things like, he posted a honey badger in one of the updates. He's like, we don't care, like, so he's very involved, and so they're pushing hard towards their release, and it'll be available on Steam and stuff soon. So check that out.
I wanted to touch on that Firefall. We already touched on all my other stuff, so I'm not going to bother repeating those. Go out and get Lord of the Rings for $4 if you're bored, and come play with us. And Firefall looks like, I used to play Tribes, the original Tribes, way back when. It's like the Tribes MMO from what it looks like. You have the rocket packs. It looks like they kept the Tribes ski feel to it, and I'm kind of interested because I really did like Tribes, even though I sucked at it really bad, but no, it looks good. Yeah, no, it looks
good.
Not the
new one.
I can't play
the new one either. But the original one, I was
the very first one. 12 years ago or whatnot was what I played, and I had a guild, a Tribes guild. I don't know what did I do? I think I was a heavy because I didn't have to move. So as long as I wasn't flying, then I wouldn't fuck shit up. So I could shoot. I just couldn't fly. Don't get it. It sucks. Okay, just don't even bother with it, I guess. I'm a horrible person.
Get it. Yeah.
Just something to mention about Firefall. Corlith from the chat mentioned that the story for Firefall is apparently written by Orson Scott Card and Emily Card.
Nice.
No.
So like the author of Ender's Game and a bunch of awesome sci-fi stuff.
They must be.
So that's pretty cool.
Must be bored.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very solid sci-fi property, right? Which is something that you don't normally see in the MMO space. Like, you'll either see fantasy or fantasy. So it's nice to have something a little bit different with a different style of story in it. So and then the art looked pretty cool, and like the emails that I get from them are all about, hey, here's a pre-order starter pack, and you get all these goodies, and so you can customize your character and all that stuff that people like to do.
And jetpacks.
And jetpacks.
Everybody loves jetpacks.
Yeah, except me, and that's okay.
Oh, the other thing I just started today, that Devil May Cry, the new one, just came out, and I gave it a try, and It looks like it's going to be pretty good, except I would probably suggest getting it on console if you have a console, because it's kind of a shitty port from console to PC. The controls are a little janky.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, with that kind of game, the controls have to be kind of very fluid and quick, or you'll just die. So, I don't know. I mean, a patch will probably end up coming out and smooth out some of those corners, I would guess. But right now, the PC version is definitely a little wonky on the control side of things. But it seems like it's going to be a pretty good game other than that.
Nice. Yeah, I think we worked through all of our content for the show. And I don't have any more ass grinding to do, so
no more?
I think we did all that last week. So I'm done.
Well, bait and switch. Last week you say there's going to be ass grinding this week, and this week you say it was last week. What is it going to be, man? This is
you have to play hard to get.
That's true. That's true.
You got to keep them coming back. Never know what's next week.
Yeah. Next week will be Kevin's rules, where we learn like what all of these details are.
Right.
Yeah.
And next week I'll wear yoga pants to the podcast.
I wore yoga pants to the first couple of podcasts, so we should get the yoga pants.
You guys wear pants for these?
I was just gonna say that.
It's like 2 degrees here. Okay?
Yeah, it's very cold
here. I can't afford to go.
I think it's chilly
You're
where
indoors.
we're all at.
Freestyle.
I think it's chilly where we're all at. None of us are in warm weather ever.
No.
No.
This is why we're indoors, right?
That's why we play so many video games.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All right,
we're done.
Awesome.
Thanks
Well,
for
before we
watching,
go, GameSandwich.com. So, do that because the site is looking pretty sweet.
Join the community.
Get your swag.
Join the community. Join the Steam
Get
group.
some shares.
And if you have feedback or anything, there's feedback at GameSandwich.com, or if you go to GameSandwich, we actually have a phone number.
Yeah, we don't want any bad shit.
Well, it goes to Brad, so who cares?
You can send all the horrible hate mail to Kevin at
GameSandwich.com. Or any heavy grinding.
It'll go right to him.
The subject line should be ask
grinding.
Of course.
Make sure you name all of the bad feedback.
And the heavy breathing Google Voices will go to Brad, and he loves those.
Excellent.
He loves those. And get those T-shirts, because even if you're embarrassed of us, the T-shirt logo is so cool that you don't even have to admit that it's part of this podcast. I mean,
it's cooler than the podcast. Actually.
It is. It is definitely.
It gives us more legitimacy than we have any right to expect.
It's way out of our league. That's for sure.
And I guess we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you. Bye.